Hello students, welcome to short concept video session on Medico apps. Today I'll be discussing a concept on Torus mandibularis. Torus mandibularis is basically a small concept, but it is an important concept from oral surgery, as this can be framed as a MCQ question, definitely a short note question where a 2-mark question can be asked on Torus mandibularis, and definitely a viva question for sure. So let's start the discussion and let's understand the small concept of Torus mandibularis. But before that, I want you to subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever I put across any important short concept or an MCQ discussion on dental topics, you'll be notified. So let's start today's discussion on Torus mandibularis. So word Torus mandibularis, the word torus itself means an anatomical protuberance. So an anatomical protuberance is present in the mandible. Now what exactly and how exactly you will define Torus mandibularis? So the other name for Torus mandibularis is mandibular tori. So how will you define it? So mandibular tori or the Torus mandibularis is an overgrowth. It's a bony overgrowth which is located on the lingual aspect of the mandible. Okay, so as I told you that it's an anatomical protuberance. So if there is any sort of protuberance which is abnormal, that means there will be an overgrowth of the bone, and that overgrowth of the bone is present on the lingual aspect of the mandible, as you can see in this image. Okay, now with this I want to also specify the location of this Torus mandibularis condition. So as I have told you, it is present on the lingual aspect. That means in the below the mandibular section at the lingual, that is the tongue section. So it is present in the lingual aspect of the mandible at the premolar region. Okay, these are the premolar regions. As you can see, these are the premolar regions, and this is the Torus mandibularis, the overgrowth, the bony overgrowth which you are seeing. But a more particular point about this is that this Torus mandibularis, this bony overgrowth, is present above the mylohyoid line. So how will you define Torus mandibularis now? So it's a bony overgrowth, okay, and it is present on the lingual aspect of the mandible at the premolar region above the mylohyoid line. This is the mylohyoid line which you all know is present in the mandible. So this particular bony overgrowth will be present somewhat here, and it will be above the mylohyoid line. So is there any risk or is there any requirement to remove this bony overgrowth? Definitely, if there is any sort of bony overgrowth, we usually indicate it for the removal. So what are the indications? When are we going to remove this Torus mandibularis? So there are few indications which are important when and where it is required to be removed. So the indications includes if it is removed, if the lower denture has to be constructed in a patient. Okay, first indication is in the case of construction of lower denture. Second, if it is required, if it is this is removed, or if the patient is constantly is complaining of the irritation, a chronic irritation. In case of chronic irritation, that might lead to recurrent ulceration in the mouth and also in the tongue area. Also, very rarely, but it can be removed if the patient fears of malignancy. In case of cancer, if the patient is fearing that he or she might develop malignancy, in that case also, we can remove this Torus mandibularis. And of course, the last important indication is if the patient has difficulty in eating and speaking. Okay, so these are the 4 important indications when we are going to remove the Torus mandibularis. Now, continuously I'm saying that we have to remove this Torus mandibularis. That means we will go for a surgical excision, and that is the treatment plan for Torus mandibularis. So I hope you have understood this small concept on Torus mandibularis or mandibular tori, and now you can confidently answer your questions when a viva examiner is going to ask you, or even in case of MCQ questions. Don't forget to subscribe our BDS Express YouTube channel, and in case you want daily updates on these important dental topics, you need to join our exclusive WhatsApp group. And the link for that is www.medicoapps.org/group. Okay. Link of this group is also given in the description video of this particular video. So keep on learning such short concepts on dental topics which are important from exam point of view. So thank you for now. Good day, good luck.